A very good morning to all my dear students. How are you all, students? I hope you are fine and taking good care of yourself. Students, yesterday we started with the second chapter of mathematics, that is fractions. Today we are going to continue with the same, and the topics we will cover today are the concept of reciprocal, division of fractions, mixed operation on fractions, and word problems. Now children, let us start with the concept of reciprocal of a fraction. The reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of a fraction will become a new fraction in which the numerator and the denominator are interchanged. For example, if I talk about the reciprocal of a by b, it will become b by a. Here, the denominator was earlier b, and now in the reciprocal it became the numerator. Whereas the numerator was a, and now it became the denominator. So the numerator and the denominator are interchanged. For example, the reciprocal of 7 by 9 will become 9 by 7. The reciprocal of 8 is actually 8 upon 1. So it will become 1 upon 8. Now if I talk about a mixed fraction like 2 1 by 5. Here I need to first convert it into an improper fraction. So 2 1 by 5 will become 11 by 5. And so its reciprocal will become 5 by 11. Now here a few examples of your exercises are given to you. In exercise 2b, the first question, you need to find out the reciprocal of 3 by 5 will become 5 by 3, 7 by 8 will become 8 by 7, 11 by 7 will become 7 by 11, and 5 is having the denominator 1. So it will become 1 by 5.
Division of whole number by a fraction. How division of a whole number by a fraction is performed? Come, let us find out. Let us take the example of 1 divided by half. We divide a whole into a number of equal parts such that each part is half of the whole. Thus we will get 2 half parts. So we can say that 1 divided by half is 2, but 1 multiplied by 2 is also 2. Thus 1 divided by half is equal to 1 multiplied by 2 upon 1. 2 upon 1 is reciprocal of 1 upon 2. Division of a fraction by a whole number. Let us practice a problem now. If a color paper of length 10 centimeters is divided into smaller strips of length 2/5 centimeter each, how many such strips do we get? The reciprocal of 2/5 is 5 upon 2. So 10 divided by 2 upon 5 is equal to 10 multiplied by 5 upon 2. This gives 50 upon 2. Simplifying the fraction, we get 25. Thus, to divide a whole number by any fraction, multiply that whole number by the reciprocal of that fraction. What will be 1 3/5 divided by 7? Let us first make the mixed fraction an improper fraction. We get 8 upon 5 divided by 7. This is equal to 8 upon 5 multiplied by 1 upon 7, since 1 upon 7 is reciprocal of 7. This gives 8 upon 35 as the answer. Division of a fraction by another fraction. Friends, can you find half divided by 2/3 now? The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 upon 2. Thus, half divided by 2/3 is equal to half multiplied by 3 upon 2. This is equal to 3/4. Remember, the division sign changes to multiplication sign as soon as the number on right side of the right sign is replaced by its reciprocal.
Now children, as you have understood the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of fractions, now we are going to solve questions based on mixed operations. Now here you have to understand that we have to apply the BODMAS rule. BODMAS, again let's have a recap, is brackets of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So we need to solve the brackets first, then the OF operator, then division, then multiplication, then addition and finally subtraction. So here I have a question in which we have a bracket 2 by 3 minus 4 by 9 multiplied by 3 whole number 2 by 5. So let's solve the bracket first. In the bracket you have 2 by 3 minus 4 by 9. So we need to take the LCM of the denominators as the denominators are different. So the LCM of 3 and 9 is 9. And the converted numerators will become 6 and 4. And since you have a minus sign in the middle, it will become 6 minus 4. So 6 minus 4 whole divided by 9 becomes the bracket. 6 minus 4 will give you 2 by 9. Similarly, on the other hand, we have converted 3 whole number 2 by 5 into an improper fraction which is 17 by 5. I hope you know how to convert. It is 5 3s are 15 plus 2 will give you 17 by 5. Now you have 2 by 9 into 17 by 5. Now first thing we have to see whether I can cancel any of the numerator with the denominator. So here in this case I cannot. So we will multiply the numerator with the numerator of the other fraction and the denominator with the denominator of the other fraction. So 2 into 17 will become 34 and 9 into 5 will become 45. So your answer is 34 by 45. Let's solve another question of this type. We have from your textbook exercise 1 by 13 into 3 whole number 1 by 3 plus 2 whole number 2 by 3 divided by 4 whole number 1 by 3. Now here you have multiplication, addition and division. So let's solve according to the first step. The first step will be to convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 1 by 3 will become 10 by 3. 2 by 3 will become 8 by 3. And 1 by 3 will become 13 by 3. Now, according to BODMAS, in this question, we do not have bracket and we do not have an OF operator. So, we come on D, that stands for division. Now, to solve division, we need to convert division to multiplication. So, 8 by 3 divided by 13 by 3 will become 8 by 3 into 3 by 13. As you all know that when you convert division to multiplication, the fraction after division will be written as a reciprocal. Now here we can cancel 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator, whereas the other fractions will remain as it is. Now 1 by 13 into 10 by 3. I cannot cancel anything, so we will multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. So 1 into 10 will become 10 13 into 3 in the denominator will become 39 plus 8 into, now there is nothing here in the numerator, so it will become 8 upon 13. So here, according to the rule of BODMAS, after division we have done multiplication. Now comes our next task, that is addition. Now you all know how to solve addition of two fractions. First, we see the denominators. The denominators are different, 39 and 13. So we take the LCM of 39 and 13. That will come as 39. In the first fraction, the numerator will remain 10 only. But in the next fraction, as you have 13 in the denominator, and to convert 13 to 39, you have to multiply it by 3. So therefore, we have to multiply the numerator also by 3. 8 3s will give you 24. So the final answer will become 34 by 39. Now today we are going to understand word problems. For this, I am going to give you a few steps for solving word problems. First, every time a word problem is given to you, children, read it carefully. Read and understand it so that you come to know what you actually have to find. For that, you may underline the facts that are given to you and that you will need to solve the problem. In case you need, you can also draw a picture which will help you to solve the problem. Children, then you need to come up and understand what operation you actually need to use. Like if they are asking you sum, total, you will do addition. If they are saying find the difference, how much it is less, you are going to do subtraction. If they are asking you the product or times, then you are going to do multiplication. And in case they have given you a big long thing and they have divided into different parts, equal parts, and they are asking you how many parts they have been divided it. So you are going to use division. So in this way, you can read the word problem and understand what you have to find actually and what operation you have to apply. Then you need to write a number sentence, children. Whether you are doing addition, whether you're doing subtraction, multiplication, division, based on that you are going to write the number sentence for it. Then solve the question. Solve and also show your working. And finally, you need to check your answer. Let us now solve a few word problems from exercise 2C of your textbook. The first one, a 440 meters long road is being repaired. At the end of the 3 days, the workers had repaired 3/4 of the road. What length of the road is left unrepaired? Now here, the length of the road being repaired is 440 meters. After 3 days, the road which is repaired is 3/4 of 440. We all know, children, of is nothing but multiplication. So we convert the of operator to multiplication. So the question becomes 3/4 into 440. Now the denominator 4 and the numerator 440 can be cancelled by the table of 4. So you will get 110 into 3. So the road which has repaired is 330 meters. But the question is, what length of the road is left unrepaired? So for that, we will subtract the total length of the road minus 330, which was repaired. So the answer is 110 meters of the road is left unrepaired. Now the second question is of the same type, so it's an homework for you. Question number 3. Rohan has a collection of stamps. His collection is 3 by 4 times that of Pranav's stamps, which is 320. How many stamps does Rohan have? Pranav's collection of stamp is given to you as to be 320. And according to the question, Rohan's stamp collection is 3 by 4 times 320. Now, the first step is to see what is times. Times is also multiplication, children. So, 3 by 4 will be converted into an improper fraction, which will become 15 by 4 into 320. We can again cancel 4 and 320. So 4 ones are 4 and 320 will go 80 times in the table of 4. Now 80 into 15 will give you 1200. So Rohan's stamp collection is of 1200 stamps. Now let's discuss the next problem. The product of a fraction and the sum of 5 1 by 3 and 6 1 by 3 is 3. What is the fraction? Let us assume that the fraction is x. Now here the question says that the product of this fraction, that means x into, and the sum of 5 1 by 3 and 6 1 by 3 is 3. So the sum will be written inside a bracket and is nothing but equals to, the answer you get is 3. Now according to the rule of BODMAS, we will solve the bracket first, and inside the bracket we have two mixed fractions. Our first step is to convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions. So 5 1 by 3 becomes 16 by 3 and 6 1 by 3 becomes 19 by 3. Now since both the denominators are same in these fractions, the LCM will remain 3 itself and the numerators remain unchanged. So 16 plus 19 will give you 35 by 3. So the question becomes x into 35 by 3 equals to 3. Now when this multiplication will move to the right hand side, it will change the fraction to its reciprocal. So 35 by 3 will go on the right side and become 3 by 35. Now since we cannot do any cancellation here, we will multiply 3 into 3, which will give you 9, and the denominator will become 35. So the unknown fraction is 9 by 35. Now let's come on the last word problem. Ankitesh and his friend Jimmy together sold tickets for a charity show for rupees 3,800. If Ankitesh sold 3 by 8 times as much as Jimmy sold, how much did each of them sell the tickets for? Now here Ankitesh and Jimmy together they had sold the tickets for rupees 3,800. Now let us assume that Jimmy alone sold the tickets for rupees X. And since Ankitesh has sold 1 3/8 times X, that means 1 3/8 into X, because as we've discussed earlier, times get converted into multiplication. Now this mixed fraction will be converted into improper fraction. So 1 3/8 will become 11/8 X. Obviously, the total sale amount which they both have earned will be the amount earned by Ankitesh plus the amount earned by Jimmy. So 3,800, which was the total sale amount, will be equal to 11/8 X plus X. Now on the RHS side, the denominator in the first fraction is 8, whereas for the next one there is no denominator. So the LCM remains 8. And then X need to be converted into an equivalent fraction with denominator 8. So that's why we have to multiply 8 by X and then add the numerators. So you will get 19x by 8 is equals to 3,800. Now 19x by 8 is nothing but 19 by 8 into x, which will go on the other side and change into the reciprocal. So 3,800 into 8 by 19 will be the value of x. We'll cancel 19 and 3,800 by the table of 19. So it will go 200 times. So the value of x is 200 into 8, that is 1,600. Substituting this value of x in 11/8x, you will get 11/8 into 1,600. So here 8 ones are 8 and 8 200 times will give you 1,600. 11 into 200 will make it 2,200. So Jimmy sold the tickets worth rupees 1,600 because we had assumed Jimmy's sale amount as X, and Ankitesh sold the tickets worth rupees 2,200. Now children, these word problems you have to solve in your fair copies along with the notebook work given by your respective teachers on the class groups.